This is going to be part 3 of the Dead by Daylight strategy guide. This is lobby and pregame. So let's get right to it. Let's open Dead by Daylight. And the first thing is the difference between rank and level and how to judge somebody. Alright, it's important to understand that rank and level are two totally different things. And I've seen a lot of killers chicken out and close the lobby when they face a high-ranking individual. Level, you got to know your levels. Level 25 is the magic number. That's when the individual has 4 perks. Now, if they're prestiged, let's look at my little prestige level 1 here. I still have 4 open perks. I don't have any perks because I haven't got one yet. But when I get this perk, I'll just get it now. I can go ahead and put it in my first perk slot. But notice that I still have 3 open perk slots. So on level 2, I'll have another one. Level 3, I'll have another one. Unless this is an upgrade. Level 3, she already has 2 perks. Why does she not have 3? Because I didn't get it yet. So let's go ahead and get it. Alright, so you will see that I will have another perk. Shitty perks, understand. But it's important to remember that someone that has, now all my characters have prestige except for Dwight, which is going to prestige when I push a button. It's important to understand that a rank 10 level 5 character only has 1 perk. So I don't care if they're rank 1. My rank 1, you know what this means? It means I know how to play the game. My rank means I know how to get 10,000 EXP per match and get up to rank 1. Okay, but it doesn't. I still can't have 4 perks. Okay, I'm only level 1. You shouldn't fear me. I don't have these fucking uber ass ultra rare perks. None of my characters do because they're all prestiged. So you got to remember that. All right, you got to fear the level. Well, you don't got to fear anything but God and taxes. So, you don't, the rank, people overemphasize rank in this game. But anyway, so let's look at lobby and the pregame. Let's go over my talking points here and let's see if we can get you up to speed. The first one was difference between rank and level, how to judge who you are playing with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to enter some lobbies. I'm not going to join any games, I'm just going to enter some lobbies. Oh, this is going to be really bad because I'm level 50, rank 1. I'm not going to get in newbie lobbies, so it's going to be kind of bad. It lags a little when it gets you in your first match. Alright, that's someone, that's a good player. 45, rank 12. Level 39, rank 1, she's good. This is really bad since I'm level 50, rank 1. So I'm not going to be able to show you some of the lower ranks and lower levels because it's going to stick me with high-ranking people. Anyway, but let's look at the to explain prestige. You can prestige 3 times, and that just means you get to level 1. As you can see here, and I started over. So I'm prestige 1. See the little 1 behind my skull? Okay, so that'll either be a 1, a 2. A Roman numeral 2, which is 2 lines, or Roman numeral 3, which is 3 lines. Okay, when you see this, okay, that means that this person already leveled to 50. They already had all their, probably don't have, depending on their level, they don't have all the perks they want now, but they know how to play the game. So you got to remember that. I'm not saying to be afraid of prestige characters, but notice that when they go from prestige 0 to prestige 1, they do lose everything. So she has nothing. Well, I mean, she had what she got on her blood web, on her level 1 blood web, which was right here. But she has no offerings. She has one perk, which is a crappy perk that you get at level 1. But she don't have a lot of stuff. So you got to remember that. You don't have to fear the prestige people when they're low levels. You know about the prestige. You don't get to see now. If you can see my, I'm a prestige 1 killer here, but as a survivor, you won't see that. So, first we want to talk about offerings not to make. And that sounds kind of scary. What do you mean offerings I don't want to make? Alright. First of all, if you are a killer, you do not want to make offerings that calls upon the entity for the darkest moonlight. Why? Because you want to see your survivors. If it darkens the moonlight, it's survivor advantage. You don't want to use it as a killer. Just let it sit there in your inventory and never use it. And you can see here, calls for a dim moonlight. Anything that darkens, dims, darkest, whatever the moonlight is bad for the killer. Same thing as mist. Anything that thickens the mist, greatly thickens the mist, moderately thickens the mist, slightly thickens the mist, it's not good for the killer. You, as a killer, you want a bright moonlight. You want less mist. So don't use these. You're hurting yourself. If you're using it as a survivor, you want to use this shit. You don't want to use bright moonlight because you're giving the killer an advantage. You don't want to do that. So that's things not to use. I don't know if I have any. Yeah, I have one. Calls upon the enemy for the brightest moonlight. I would love my killer to have this and use it, but not as a survivor. There's one for a brighter moonlight. You just don't use them. As far as like what map you play on, it doesn't matter. Use them if you got it. It's not that big of a deal. Offerings like this calls upon the enemy to create one more chest. Save that, because if you don't, let's say I used all my items and I had no items, then you would pop that because you want an extra chest. You want to make sure you can grab an item while you're in the map. As far as starting a trial with someone else, stuff like that, yeah, that's fine. Go ahead and use it because you got it. It's not that big of a deal. But if you're a killer, do not use offerings that make the moon less bright or that makes you have more mist. And of course, as a survivor, you want the opposite. You want bright moons and you want thick mists. Okay, here is something I've seen a lot of people not do. If you're going to be a hardcore gamer and you're playing this game, when you go to customize, you need to pick your setup that's the most camo. Alright? Look at his head. Alright? You don't want a big red hat. That's like a flag. 5-6 feet in the air. Hey killer, look at me, I'm over here. Look at my red hat. You don't want that. Now, why did I pick this one instead of this one? Because this guy's a mustache. More blackness. Yeah, it's a tiny bit. But it's better than not a tiny bit. Obviously, I'm not wearing a red shirt. That's retarded. I wasn't going to wear this because it's white. Now this, you might say, well, wait a minute, but you got all these pins and blue and yellow and all this colorful stuff. Yeah, in front of me, the vast majority of the time the killer's chasing me, he will be chasing me from behind me. And he's going to see, I got to have a white shirt, but you're going to see some brown, so that'll help a little. Of course, notice his pants are brown because you want dark stuff. You don't want bright blue jeans or white pants. So dress, if you're going to be a hardcore gamer, dress for the best camo you can. This is another reason why I say do not put on your prestige clothing. Okay, here we're going to look at Claudette. I don't want the hat. Her hair's too poofy there. Her hair's a little too poofy for me there. I think that's more of a camo. See how her hair hangs down the back a little? More blackness. More black hair, less for the killer to see. On her clothing, why the hell would you wear this? I mean, green? There is no green maps. Don't wear that. Don't wear this. red, yes, the killer's going to know I'm prestige. Also, another thing, another reason you don't wear bloody clothes, because something I'm going to teach killers in the video is have a primary target. Okay, that's one of the things in your lobby. You're going to pick a primary target in the lobby. Guess what? You're a prestige character. You're going to be higher up on the hierarchy of primary targets because I know you know how to play. You've already prestiged. Don't. War is a war of information. Whoever knows more about the other, you can set your forces and everything else to combat what they got. If you know this person's already leveled to 50 and they're on their second go to level 50, they know what they're doing. Okay, that would be a primary target. Now, she's wearing a bloody shirt. That's an advertisement. Hook me, hook camp me, because I'm a prestige character. I've already been to level 50. I know what I'm doing. Okay, you know what you're doing. You're an asset to your team. You're going to help your team. I'm making sure your ass stays on the hook. Don't advertise your skill. Let the killer worry about your skill later. You don't want to advertise. I think this jacket, because it's brown, is probably the best for her. And of course, the darkest pants, which this looks like has a little bit of dirt up top with brown boots. But that's another thing. Camo. You want to dress your camo. You don't want your big red bloody thing. It's an advertisement. Yes, killer, hook camp me, because I know what I'm doing. That's too bright, so I would go with the green. As I said before in the previous video, humans are predators. When I'm playing as a killer, I'm looking at, and you're looking for pixel movement. What is harder to see? Something like this, which may be green against the background of grass, against a darkened tree, against one of the automobiles and auto wreckers, or this. Red. What the hell? There is no red maps. There's no red stuff on maps. You're gonna let me. I'm gonna see that pixel movement. I'm gonna pick you out a lot better than if you're wearing something that's more camouflaged. So don't wear your blood shit. You're just advertising. Meg's really bad, and I think they made her intentionally really bad. She doesn't fit with anything. None of her stuff does. None of her clothing. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's just advertising. And I think the reason that she doesn't camo well in any way is because she has that sprint. So they kind of want her to be seen a little more. She has no camo here. That's maybe that would be the closest. I don't know. Meg's not a good camo. So remember your camouflage. As I said, veteran killers are looking for pixel movement. And when you have a black pixel and a white background, there's a lot of contrast there. If you have a gray pixel on a white background, there's a lot less contrast, so it's harder to see the gray. So you want to blend in. Now, most of the maps, you got to think of dark. Black is better because you can get those dark moonlight offerings, stuff like that. Stay camoed as best you can. Do not wear prestige clothing unless it's the best camo. Like I said, it may seem cool to wear it to show it off, but trust me, when you're in a lobby, if I go in a lobby right now, okay, they're going to see that they're going to mouse over my little rank and level, and they're going to see I'm Prestige 1. They already know you're Prestige. The blood clothing isn't good for you at all. Number 2, do not come into a lobby unless you are ready to play and always ready up. If you are a survivor, you always want to ready up. I'm not going to do it, but if you join a lobby, don't make other people wait. I've seen people sit there for 60 seconds and do nothing while everyone waits. When you go into a lobby, be ready to play. A lag check. Okay. You're going to see numbers, people spam numbers, and it says like, what are these children? Why are they spamming? They're doing lag checks. Sometimes you may see a player spamming the numbers or letters. It's a lag check. I'm going to show you how to do that. I use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and know that if you lag, the killer don't lag. So if you lag, you give the killer another advantage. I want to show you a lag check. It's not. I used to think it was just kids being asshats, but I'm going to show you this. Let's do it. That's not too bad. This is not a bad lobby. There's no way hell no I'd play this. A rank 20, level 1? No. That's not a bad lobby as far as lag goes. I'm not going to keep doing this till I find a laggy lobby. I'll do one more. But you'll know when it's a laggy lobby, because you'll hit 1 return, 2 return, 3 return, 4 return, 5 return. You look up and it's on like 2 or 3. If it's on 2 or 3 and then it goes 4 and then it goes 5, you're in lag. If you look up, the only thing you should see when you look up, you should already see 1, 2, 3, and you should see 4, 5 come up real quick. If you see that, it's a good lobby. If you don't see that, you need to leave because you're in lag. And wherever the host is far away from you, or they got a shitty connection. Don't play in lag. I've done it so many times, and it's so demoralizing. You jump through a window and it shows your character still running there at the window. Don't play in lag. The lag check is real simple. Let me see if I can get in one more here. But that is a lag check. That's not people trying to be 2-year-olds. If I see more than like a second to a second and a half, that's too much. Alright. Killer. Alright, this is going to take forever. Let's go back to a killer here. Alright, when you create a lobby, when you're at this rank, below rank 10, you don't really have to worry about this. But above rank 10, when you go into a lobby, you always want to ready up. You want to be ready. You want to hit create lobby, and you want to ready up before anyone comes in. Okay, and I'm going to tell you why you want to do this. Well, I'm not going to do it. I'll close the lobby here. I'm going to tell you why you do this. Okay, and I'm not saying you're a coward. Okay, but I'm going to tell you right now, and you can play Survivor and you can see this for yourself. About 50 to 70% of the killers are cowards. When you get as rank 10 Survivor, rank 10 and above, not 10 to 20, I'm talking about 10 to 1, you're going to get booted out of about 50 to 70% of your lobbies. You could spend 5, 10, 15 minutes just because you keep getting booted trying to get into a match because the killer's afraid of your rank. And I've told you guys this before, rank just means they got 10,000 points or more than 10 in a game. It doesn't mean that they're going to escape. I've had more than 10,000 points, and I've ticked up plenty of times when I was dead and sacrificed on a hook. So don't fear people's ranks. But if you do go to a lobby as a killer and you ready up, when someone comes into that lobby, you know what they're going to assume? They're going to assume that you don't care. You're already readied up. They're going to assume you're either a pro player or you're rank 1. And I have done this so many times, and you guys might see this when I play the killer. You'll see I'll get a lobby full of 3 level 20s or 3 rank 20s and a rank 18. Why? Because the rank 5s and 2s and 3s, when they came in, they left. They saw I was ready up. When they came in, they're like, fuck that, that's a rank 1, and they leave. And then you get stuck with noobs, which is easy. I was going to say easy money, which is easy EXP. And don't even if you're rank 10 and there's 5 rank 5 or 4 rank 5s in the lobby, just play it out. I used to coach girls soccer, and I've coached undefeated seasons. You only learn when you lose. So if you're going to constantly kick people from your lobby because they're higher ranked, you're not going to learn anything. You're going to go into games with newbies, you're going to walk through them all, and you're never going to be able to play against the tougher players. As I said, I've had many matches as an R1 killer with only rank 18 to 20 survivors. Also, if you go into a lobby and you ready up, the players have no clue as to your rank or level. If you go in there and you wait till all 4 of them to ready up, or 3 of them to ready up, and they're all rank 12, 13, 15, 16, and you ready up, they're going to assume that, oh yeah, the killer readied up because he knows that he's higher ranked than me and that he can beat me. You see what I'm saying? So they're going to have an idea that you're already above them. But if they come into your lobby and you're readied up, they don't know anything. They don't know anything at all. Rigged lobbies, we'll talk about rigged lobbies here, and there's a lot of them. Survivors, if you are the first one to enter a lobby and a killer has already readied up, what did I just say? You don't know nothing about them. Assume they're rank 1 or they're a very good player. Because it is so rare that you go into a lobby, you're the first one there and the killer's ready. He readied up before you got there. That's very rare. You only see that probably not even 10% of the time. And that means that they're ready to play, and they don't care what level you are, what rank you are as a survivor, they're ready. That is something you got to respect. I'm not saying you got to be scared of it, but you need to respect it. Above rank 9, the game really changes for survivors. You got to know this going into your lobby. The game's a lot friendlier below rank 9, like rank 10 to rank 20. People try to help each other. Rank 9 above, it really changes. It's everybody for themselves. You're going to have a lot of jakes coming in to sabotage stuff. You're going to have people coming in with toolboxes that want to go around sabotaging stuff instead of repairing the generators. So your skill level has to exponentially go up, because the vast majority of the time you're playing for yourself. Even though you're in a team of 4, it's not like it is. It took me, going from rank 20 to rank 1 killer to me was easy. Going from rank 20 survivor to rank 10 survivor was about the same as rank 20 killer to rank 10 killer. But I ranked up 4 times as fast as a killer, going from 10 to 1, because like I said, above 9, if you get hooked in the first like 2 minutes, you're gonna die. No one's gonna fucking save you. Now they're gonna do it once in a while, but the majority of time you will die. Don't get caught in the first 2 or 3 minutes. This was above rank 9, so instead of concentrating on winning, they concentrate on destroying everything, of course, for their points. So in case they do die, they'll still get their tick up. What they forget, though, is you get 5,000 points for escaping. So you want to work towards escaping. You know, pop 1 hook and then go. You know what I'm saying? Don't sit there, pop 3 or 4 hooks, 3 or 4 traps, while the rest of the team dies around you. But that happens. Above rank 9, you were warned. You're going to be playing for yourself because everyone else is. The majority of time. Not every single time, but the majority of time. You should be capped. Yeah, you should be on your objectives. If you cap your objectives, if you're on generators from the time you get in there till the time the gates are popped, you're going to have 5,000 points for your objectives and 5,000 points for escaping. So all you need to do is heal yourself once, run from the killer, and I'll show you how to get extra points here. But that's in another video. Killer, as a rule of thumb, you have to have Iron Grasp 3. But let's say you don't got it. Let's say you're a new killer. You don't have Iron Grasp 3. You don't even have Iron Grasp yet. If you don't, then you do not take what I call 3 destroyers. Now, what's a destroyer? A destroyer is someone that sabotages. If you have 3 jakes, I don't care if they're rank 20, but they're level 25, don't take 3 jakes and someone else. Every time you do that, take it's 3 jakes, 2 jakes, and a meg with a toolbox. Well, 1 jake and any 2 other characters with toolboxes, don't do it. What's going to happen is you're going to go in there and they're going to destroy everything. You're going to catch somebody and you can't hook them because there's no hooks left. I have played plenty of matches as killers where there's not a single hook above ground. And if your killer's lair is on the other side of the map where you can take them down there and hook them, you'll never make it. You'll get about halfway there and they jump out of your arms because they escaped, because you have no close hooks. So you have to have Iron Grasp, especially above rank 9. Rank 10, rank 9, you better start getting Iron Grasp because they're going to destroy your shit. As I just said about the survivors, don't take 3 destroyers. Don't do it. Just close the lobby. I am not afraid of, I'll show you screenshots of me as a rank 1 killer killing 3 rank 1s and a rank 2. I'll show that to you. I'll show you where they disconnected. I'm not afraid of rank 1s. It's not being able to hook them. If you have Iron Grasp rank 3, it doesn't matter. You take who you want. But you won't be able to hook if you don't have it. So remember that, 3 destroyers. That's any 3 jakes above level 25, any 2 jakes and 1 person with a toolbox, or 1 jake and 2 people with toolboxes, or 3 people with toolboxes, because the vast majority of people with toolboxes are going to destroy your shit. And if you're a trapper killer, they're going to destroy your traps as well. So, yeah, I've played games as a trapper where I think I've used 2 traps because they destroyed every other trap on the map in the first 3 to 4 minutes. There was just no other traps. It's really bad. How to judge a lobby as a killer. Okay. As I said before, rank only means that they can get 10,000 points. I've seen matches where everyone ranks up. All the survivors and the killer rank up because they all got more than 10,000 points. So you can't judge a character by their rank alone. Their rank just means, it doesn't mean they're good, it means they know how to get 10,000 points. I got 5,000 for the generators, 5,000 for the survivor. It doesn't mean I'm a pro. As I said before, prestige characters, I would be afraid, I'd be more concerned with a rank 10 player that was level 50 than I would a rank 1 level 5 prestige character. It doesn't bother me at all. They got 5 perks or 4 perks and they're all shitty. I ain't worried about that. But that rank 10 level 50, he has all of his perks that he probably wants for the game. And he's going to be a lot harder to get. Yeah, do keep in mind that the prestige characters do have 4 perk slots open. But as a killer, remember that. Sometimes you'll get 4 nutmegs. You'll get 4 megs. What that means is they got their first their sprint, so it's going to be hard to catch them. But it's a lot better than 4 Jakes, or 3 destroyers. As a survivor, okay. As a survivor, it's going to take a while to get, because of my rank and my level, it's going to take me a while to get a lobby. But let me see if I can show you something here real quick. If you're the first one in a lobby, this is the general rule of thumb. Yeah, it's going to take forever to get a lobby. This is for survivors. If you're the first one in a lobby, let's say you're rank 10, level 25. Okay, if you're the first one in a lobby, assume the killer is your rank or better. So he's either rank 10, maybe he's rank 6, 5. He's most of the time going to be higher than a better rank than you. Okay, if you enter a lobby that players are already there at your rank and above, you're going to be playing against a killer that's most likely the same rank or better as the highest player. That's already there. And this is where we go with ranked, or what I call rigged lobbies. Let's say I go into a lobby right now as a level 50 rank 1. I go into a lobby, there's a rank 20, a rank 15, and a rank 10. I leave. Okay, and then I get replaced by rank 19. So the rank 10 leaves. And then another rank 20 will come in, and then the other rank will leave. So the killer's going to get like three rank 20s, and it's a rigged lobby. They're going to get destroyed because he's rank 5 or 6. Because players in this game, I'm telling you, rank 10 is the magic number. Rank 9, rank 10. Above rank 9, it gets so much more difficult to rank up because I told you, everyone plays for themselves. So if you get hooked, you're going to die, and you're not going to tick up if it's in the first few minutes. So they'll leave the lobby if there's people in there that are lower ranked. And that has a cascading effect. And pretty soon the killer's stuck with 4 newbies and he just goes and slaughters them. And that's how it is. It's called a rigged lobby. But it can go both ways too. You could go in there as a like a level 50 rank 1 and have 2 other rank 1s come in and then have like a rank 10 come in. I'll take that. As a survivor, my rule of thumb when I go into a lobby, I'll take 1 Gimper. And what I mean a Gimper is someone that is not my level or skill or rank. And like if I go into a lobby and it's a rank 1, rank 2, rank 4, and a rank 18, I'll do that. As long as they're all over level 25. Because the rank 18 he ain't gonna pull his weight. When you go into a game, every player that goes in is either an asset or a liability to your team. You promote your assets, you cut your liabilities. I will take 1 Gimp. I'm not going to take more than 1. I'm not going to go in there, me rank 1, another rank 1, then 2 rank 18s. I won't do that. I'll take a rank 5 and a rank 18. 3 people within, 4 or 5 ranks of me and 1 gimp, but I'm not taking 2 gimps. I've done it enough times, it doesn't work. So remember that, as a killer, remember how to judge a lobby. Don't take 3 destroyers unless you have Iron Grasp 3. Pay attention more to level than rank. Level 50, like I said, a level 50 rank 10 is a lot more of a threat than a rank 1 level 15. They're playing an all. But they don't have the perks. They know how to play, but they don't have the perks. And as a survivor, know when a lobby's rigged and when it's not. And do not go to a... I'm trying to get in a lobby here to do another lag check. Also, if you've had the game a while and you're at least rank 16 or 15, don't play with 3 rank 20 level 1s. I've tried that before, thinking, I'm going to get a rank 20 killer, and I can just get all the gens myself. Even if those 3 guys die, I'll still beat the killer. It doesn't always work like that. All right, let's do a lag check here. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, that's good. That's a good lobby. And I would play this. Notice, toolbox. And I got Saboteurs, so there's 3 destroyers here, even though the killer don't know it. This is a good lobby. I would play this game. But you'll know when you do that lag check, if that shit comes up slow, get out. It's not good for you. As a killer, alright, as a killer you want a primary target. So, let me play killer here. I feel really bad because I'm actually not going to play and these people are going to come in the lobby. Alright, now I'm really gimped here. Why am I gimped? Well, I got Iron Grasp 1. I mean, it's better than no Iron Grasp at all. But I don't, remember I told you my primary, which my Wraith did have, which is No One Escapes Death 3, Shadowborn 3, Bloodhound 3, and Iron Grasp 3. My Wraith, when he hit 50, actually had those. This guy, he has Iron Grasp 3. I'm using Insidious. I forgot to mention Insidious and perks. Insidious is okay, but it's so iffy as if you use it or not. But as you can see, I don't have... this is Lightborn, not Shadowborn. I don't have that. And my No One Escapes Death is only rank 1, which is useless. It's only useful when you hit rank 3. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a lobby, and I'm gonna show you. You always want a primary target, and you got to remember this. You could say, okay, my primary target is Nutmeg with a toolbox. My primary target here, oh shit, would be her. Oh no, it would be her. Look at that, Prestige 3 level 50. That would be my primary target. So Nutmeg with Bloody. If I get Nutmeg with Bloody, I wouldn't hook Camper. And I'll explain hook camping and guarding in a later video, because there is a difference. That would be my primary target. The Nutmeg with a Bloody shirt. When I get her on the hook, she's not getting away. She can get rescued, but I'm going to drop her again and throw her on the hook. That would be the primary target. Good lord. Prestige 3 level 50. She has all the fucking perks she wants at the tiers that she wants. Let me show you another how to pick a primary target. Always have a primary target. Alright, that's the primary so far. 31, 32. Primary is the rank 4 level 31 with a toolbox. Look at the 3 Jakes. See, I told you not to take 3 destroyers? There was 3 destroyers. You will constantly find this as a high rank. They'll just come in and destroy all your shit. That would be my primary though. Now look, she's higher level. She's level 50. He's level 30. Well, he's level 32. That is my primary target. A destroyer with a toolbox. Oh, good lord. Because you know he has Saboteur, so he's going to get an efficiency bonus on that toolbox. So that would be the primary target. So you would remember that. Jake with a toolbox. When I get him on the hook, you're going to hook guard extra careful. You're not going to hook camp. You're going to hook guard him. If you had Iron Grasp 3, when you got him down, if you're chasing players, if you have a choice, because there's more than one player there, you go after your primary target. If you got a choice of where you hook him, and we're going to go into where you hook in a later video, when you go to where you hook him, you take his ass down to the killer dungeon because you don't want him rescued. Now this is just horrible. She's going to get raped. This is my primary target here. It would be a toss-up. It would be a toss-up. I like to pick one, but you got a 2 Jake here and a 6. Now she don't have a toolbox. What is she? She's 50. He left. And they'll probably leave. Or if another 18 or 19 comes in, they'll probably leave. And I'll get stuck with newbies. But he won't. 40. But anyway, that's how you pick a primary target. That should answer... Let's see what our next... Oh, our next is Survivor in-game. So that should take care of everything. I really should have went over the perks a little better in the previous one. Because Insidious is a good perk if you know how to use it and you don't have any of the better perks. But to reiterate, to go over it, just as a killer, always ready up. Always have a primary target. Do not use shitty offerings. And you can see I have a lot of them here. I am not using any of those. You can see I've used all my add-ons. Usually don't have any bad add-ons. Some are better than others, some are weaker. But look at all these. Look at that. 4, 8, 10, 11, 12 offerings. I don't even know why the developers put this in. Why would the developers put in stuff that helps survivors? We're not going to use it. It's just wasted. It's a waste of EXP and a waste of space. But anyway, never use that. It helps the survivors. And of course, as a survivor, don't use stuff that makes it brighter, because that helps the killer. So, alright, well that will conclude this this part of the strategy guide on pregame and lobby. Next is part 4, which is Survivor in-game. And so I'll move on to that one. Thanks you guys for stopping by, and as always, if you have any questions or you want to see any of this stuff done live, just go to Twitch.tv/Mongooser. And if I'm on, I'll go ahead and, you know, if you want me to run a killer or survivor, of course these guys are going to be prestiged up, so they're all going to be level 1, rank 1, so I'm going to be having a very difficult time. Alright, so that'll conclude this part of the strategy guide, and thanks for stopping by.